So I was talking to one of my clients yesterday. Tina, she's a single mom and she's trying to set up her future in a way that makes sense for her and her kids. And she came with a whole bunch of goals already to the conversation, and she's trying to figure out how to go ahead and push through those goals that she have set up, because she thought that was the right thing to do, right? Having goals and then executing an action plan just to accomplish what she thought was going to make her happy. And a couple things actually came up, which is typical out of a normal goal setting call. Tina was pretty much unfulfilled. She felt unappreciated. She felt dissatisfaction, a great deal of frustration, self-doubt, fear. She didn't feel that she was trusted. Basically, she had a lot of questions like, I'm here right now at this stage in my corporate career. How do I make it to my next move? I really want that promotion. When is a good time to start my own company? Can I ensure that I don't start something and then have to quit? Can I assure myself that I won't fail? And how do I ensure that I will succeed, right? It basically boiled down to that. Those are the questions that she had. But as you can see, the one that was probably bothering her the most was, how do I ensure that I succeed? And whether you're looking to make your next move in a corporate environment, or you're just trying to kick off your new project, your new endeavor as an entrepreneur, understanding that, what is it that you need to do to succeed is very, very important. So I just told her, everybody has the ability to become who they're meant to be. Hence the name of the podcast and my company, The Possible Future. We just need to be intentional with everything that we do. So that's actually the key to all this. Be intentional. Set the intention at the very beginning before you kick off anything, or before you try to aim for this new promotion or this new position within the company. At times we're laser focused to progress our career or get a better pay. Every 2 years people just go kind of crazy about like, hey, it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to advance my career in the corporate environment, or I'm ready. And whether it's just trying to catch up with inflation and trying to make more money, or trying to catch up with the corporate race to climb up the ladder, we're always trying to find out what is the next step. But the thing is, not every opportunity that comes across is really good for us. And we just need to be very, very intentional about taking the right opportunities, or actually even creating the right opportunities for us. It pains me at times to see people just going in life through autopilot, or just even wasting their time by either not taking action or taking action on the wrong things, right? And trying to execute on certain goals that they have set for themselves without really intention. The main difference between successful people, and what I mean with successful people, I'm not talking about the Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk of life. I'm talking about really people that are at our level that have made it, right? So we're talking about people that I had in the podcast before that actually set up some goals for their lives, and they were just either they opened their restaurant, or they're open their consulting firm, or they're open their own real estate company and things of that sort. What set those people apart is being intentional about what they do. And with that, I mean that it's not about being intentional about making money. Everybody might try to be making more money nowadays. It's not about money. It's not about time. It's not about the original environment that we're in. And it's not about, how they handle their bills and things of that sort. It's not the family. It's literally just their intentions. Once you set intentional goals for yourself, things will fall into place. You will spend more time and money more wisely to make those dreams come true. You will gather the people that actually are going to help you in that journey, and you're going to find the support system that you're going to need, whether it's by encouragement or by knowledge. They're going to push you forward, and at times when we trip and fall, they're going to lend you a hand to to get back up, that will make you thrive in many, many ways. You will get rid naturally of old habits and your own negative behavior. And you're going to start becoming super laser focused on what will bring those dreams to life. But that comes only with intention. You will become wiser. You will seek that wisdom to set and accomplish the right goals to make your vision come true. While I was chatting with Tina, it's not that it dawned on me. I knew this, but obviously it was a revelation moment for her. She needs to stop focusing on other people's vision of herself as well. It was a lot about, what other people thought that she could do or she could accomplish instead of her own beliefs. And, at times, and you've heard these, probably I've heard it in my life before. No, you're not cut for that, or you're not going to be able to do a good job at that, or that's a goal that is too far-fetched. You might as well just try to accomplish something that is attainable, things of that sort, right? So there's a lot of limitations that come from people's perception of you, but that is their construct of who you are. Is not your reality. Nobody knows you better than yourself. So give your attention to the things that matter to you, that will build you up. And, one of the questions that Tina had was like, how do I do that? How do I set the right intention? And do I need to do that in every order of my life, in work, finances, health, spirituality, relationships in general? And I said, yeah, of course you should. You need to be intentional in every area of your life. So, for example, if I want to lose weight, I need to be very intentional about working out. Otherwise, it's just probably not going to happen. And usually you're going to be able to tell by your own behaviors where you are in your emotional journey towards setting the right intentions. So, for example, let's say that you start questioning, should I do this? Should I invest in XYZ? Should I take this training? Should I take this promotion? Should I go for this job? The pattern there, as you can see, is the should I question. You're questioning yourself from a point of view that you're not being quite sure yet if you need to make that specific move, whether it's work related, finances related. Should I spend this money? Should I buy this TV? Should I start working out? Should I go to church? Should I get into this relationship? You're really not sure yet, and that's okay. But you need to understand that at that point, you're not ready yet to commit, right? And at that point in time, there's no 100% commitment, which means you are not intentional about making that decision for you to succeed in whatever you're doing. Once you start focusing on how do I do this, it's a change of mindset and it's a game changer. If the question is, how do I get this promotion? How do I start my company? How do I make this relationship work? How do I make sure that I lose 10 pounds, right? You are already setting the intent to do something. And again, that's a change in your mindset. And that change in your mindset is actually a game changer. And immediately, the question was, and I'm peeling the curtain here a little bit. I'm just letting you know how these typical conversations go in a one-on-one call, in a one-on-one coaching call, right? Immediately the question was, how do I do that? How do I change my mindset? How do I change that intent? And we just need to dig a little deeper into who you are, what are your goals, because the process could be kind of similar for everybody. But the truth is that, I'm not going to be setting goals for you. Nobody should. You should be able to find your goals and what tickles you, what makes you happy on your own. And again, there's tools and techniques and tips that I can walk you through just to help you with that. But the truth is that comes from the inner you. One of the things that I do is I help people focus on what is a moment in their life that made them really, really happy, that they felt accomplished and victorious and safe. And we just take a moment to think about it. What did that moment feel for them? What did it mean for them? Did you feel good? Did you feel safe? Did you feel happy in that moment? And we explore what was the truth behind it. Why did you feel that way? The reason why that's important is because it puts you in a place that you felt happy, and that's the place that you really want to be. That doesn't mean that we're going to take a trip to the past to keep you in the past. That means that we're just taking a trip back there to understand the feelings that you want to feel. And then we're going to project that forward. So we're going to take a moment to see what your present looks like. And after doing that, we're going to look into what would you need to do to move forward. And that is not just writing down some goals, left and right. It's more about visualizing how you want your life to be. A lot of people call that manifestation. I have a problem with that word because a lot of people use it like a magic trick. Boom, and there you go. You say something and you manifest it. But in reality, it's about being very intentional about who you want to become and setting the right goals to be that person. Because the power of being somebody that you want to be lies right within you. And there's a lot of tools and techniques to again set up the right goals and execute on those goals and keep track of yourself, hold yourself accountable, and things of that sort. And one of the things that I do is I journal a little bit, right? So I start my day with trying to think what I'm thankful for, like straight from the beginning. I take a few minutes of my day to think what I'm thankful for. What are the good things that are happening to me that I should be thankful for? And I write them down. And it helps me set my mind in a very positive mindset of like, hey, I'm already coming out of a good place. Then I set up one specific goal for the day. That doesn't mean that that's the only thing that I'm doing, but it means that that's the one thing that I really need to accomplish today. And it comes from a book that I read a long time ago from Brian Tracy about eating your frog and eating your frog first thing in the morning, meaning get that big ass goal accomplished first thing in the morning, and then the rest is icing on the cake. If you don't want to do what's the most important thing for you first thing in the morning, then you're going to procrastinate all the way through the day. So just to recap, I show some gratitude towards my current state where I am. I set up a goal. I set up a mini plan to accomplish that goal. And then I'll take it from there. And I keep on working on myself. And I usually try to visualize what the rest of my day is going to look like. I do a self-check-in at noon. I continue by just checking where I am midway through the day. And I hold myself accountable. Am I doing what I'm supposed to do, or I'm just tricking myself into believing that I'm focusing on the right thing, right? And again, all this is intentional. And then at night I have a mini recap of how my day went through. I analyze where I am in terms of did I hold true to myself? And usually the answer is yes, right? I wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I carve time to do the things that are really critical and important for me. And actually for the future me. And the good news is that I'm totally in control of those areas. So I'm in control of the goals that I set. I'm in control of how I hold myself accountable. And I'm in control of how I feel about those things, if I make progress or not. So at times, if I don't achieve my goal, I hold myself accountable, but I give myself grace because there's usually something that happened that derailed my day. So I'm not super harsh on myself. I try not to be, because I know that I'm my worst self-critic, and everybody is. But the thing is, we hold our own destiny in our hands. So nobody's better positioned to help ourselves than ourselves. Nobody is going to lend you a bigger hand at becoming who you want to be than yourself. So don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on who you are becoming. The truth is, you're just one intentional decision away from it, from setting the right goals and just taking action towards becoming that person that you want to be, the successful human being that you want to be. This is all for now. I just wanted to leave you with a good nugget for the week. As I'm thinking, Tina is usually the typical person that listens to the podcast. It's a typical person that is either killing it or starting to figure out what is the next step on their journey towards becoming self-independent, towards becoming an entrepreneur, or you're just simply trying to get to the next promotion in your corporate career. So I thought that it was a good idea just to share some of the thoughts about how to take the first steps of becoming intentional before actually you set up your goals. Try to take care of yourself, try to take care of what really is important for you. And then once you understand clearly what is your next best move towards who you're going to become, then you can take the next step forward from where you are today so you can project that future version of yourself that you want to be. So if you want some more tips, want to work with me, or need some more moments of wisdom to unleash the future version of yourself, follow me on Instagram, drop me a line, and let me know that you need some direction, and we can see if we can work together. That's it. Thank you so very much for listening.